Okay, this is how our brownie is looking. Each piece is going to have 70 calories, 6 grams of protein, and almost 1 gram of fiber. Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Andrew's Kitchen. Today we are going to be cooking healthy brownies. So this recipe was inspired by the flexible dieting lifestyle. His channel will be linked below. Basically took his brownie recipe, tweaked it a little bit. I'm also going to be quadrupling it. So the cook time in the oven might be a little bit iffy. I'm gonna err on the side of gooier and undercooked. Hopefully it doesn't kill me, but see how that goes. In front of me, we have all of our ingredients. Got some flour, protein powder, eggs, cocoa, baking powder, sugar-free syrup, sugar-free chocolate chips. There's not much difference between regular chocolate chips and sugar-free chocolate chips, so you can go with either. Zero-fat Greek yogurt and some zero-calorie sweetener. And to ensure that we have the proper amounts for all these ingredients, we are going to be using a food scale and a mixing bowl. Got this zeroed out. The first thing we're going to be adding is 120 grams of flour. Beautiful. 120 grams of protein powder. Woo! We got 20 grams of cocoa. 8 grams of zero-calorie sweetener. I prefer stevia. 8 grams of baking powder. And those are going to be all of our dry ingredients. So now to avoid clumping, I'm going to mix all of these together and then we'll add in our wet ingredients. Got that nice and mixed up. Now we are going to add 200 grams of fat-free Greek yogurt. I need a spoon. Next we have 120 grams of sugar-free syrup. And last, we have 4 eggs. Hopefully didn't get too many shells in there. So those are all of our ingredients except for the chocolate chips. I'm gonna mix these up so it's nice and consistent and then add the chocolate chips in, mix it up again, put it in a pan, put it in the oven. I had to switch hands. I am much better at mixing with my right hand for some reason. I don't know. My right forearm is just a lot stronger. I don't know why though. All right, I think we are done mixing. This is how it's looking. Benefits of baking. I'm gonna toss this back on my very dirty food scale. Dirty. And we're going to add 60 grams of chocolate chips. As I mentioned, these are sugar-free. You can use regular chocolate chips. The macros really aren't that different. This is 70 calories per tablespoon. I think regular chocolate chips are usually like 80 calories per tablespoon. So this is all I have for chocolate chips. Okay, we got the chocolate chips in. Now I'm gonna take this spoon and just mix it into the batter. So my dumbass forgot to preheat the oven while I was doing all of that. So we are waiting for it to preheat right now. Gonna get it up to 350 degrees. In the meantime, we're going to dump our brownie batter we have here into this pan. First, we're gonna hit it with some non-stick. Then we're gonna pour it in. The recipe calls for this to be cooked in the oven at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. However, I have quadrupled the recipe, so I don't know how long it should be in the oven. I'm gonna start with 14 minutes and probably just check in on it from there. I'll put in the text what I end up putting it at. I'm also at altitude right now, close to 7,000 feet. That causes things to cook a lot faster. So I really have no idea how long this is about to be in the oven, but hope I don't screw it up. Okay, this is how our brownie is looking. So we ended up having it in the oven for about 14 minutes. As I mentioned before, I am at altitude, so it might be a little bit less time in the oven for you, maybe around 11 to 12 minutes. This whole thing comes out to 1,670 calories, 148 grams of protein, and 16 grams of fiber. So now we're gonna cut it up, try it out, and let you know what we think. Ended up cutting this into 24 pieces, which means that each piece is going to have 70 calories, 6 grams of protein, and almost 1 gram of fiber. All right, cheers.
It's good.
It is good. Yeah, it's pretty dense, but still moist. It's not dry.
Yeah, it's not dry.
It's almost more like a thick double chocolate cookie.
I like how the top layer is a little more like fudgy.
Yeah. And the chocolate chips help. I'm gonna go with 7, 8. What? Honest review.
I don't know. 8.
Just an 8 flat?
Mm-hmm.
It's an amateur review.
8.01.
Okay, so we got a 7.8 and an 8.01. So these are pretty good. Keeping in mind that one of these has 70 calories and 6 grams of protein, make sure your expectations are managed. But if you're craving brownies, if you have a really big sweet tooth like I do, these will do the trick. So that wraps up this video. If you made it this far, please toss it a like so more people can see it. Comment anything down below. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Later, dudes. S you in your A's. Don't wear a C in jail over your B's.